Hi, I'm Joe Finsternis, and tonight I'm going to talk to you about a movie called Big Ass Spider. Now, I would like to start off by saying that I do not like this cover. Um, I mean, Big Ass Spider sounds awesome. Biggest Spider just sounds fucking lame, in my opinion. What they could have done was, like, made one of those covers you could flip over. On the other side, there would be an alternate cover. I mean, they did the same thing with fucking Alexander Asha's Maniac, and, what was it, a more recent film called Starry Eyes, where the alternate cover contained more adult content. In this case, it could have said Big Ass Spider, and it would have looked cooler. But, I digress. I'm not here to talk about the film's cover. I'm here to review its content. Now, this movie follows an exterminator named Alex, who goes to the hospital to have this brown recluse bite treated when he discovers that there is in fact a big-ass spider on the loose, and he feels an obligation to take care of it. Now, first off, I like the character of Alex. He was a pretty funny character, and the best way I think I could describe him is he's sort of a lovable idiot. Although he's not completely clueless in what he does, he knows everything that there is to know about spiders. It's just that he comes off as very weird and socially awkward, which, you know, is actually kind of something that I can relate to. In fact, I shouldn't even be calling him an idiot for those reasons. And along the way, he makes friends with this security guard named Jorge, who also brings a lot of funny to the movie. He does come off as a little annoying at times, but it's annoying in a funny kind of way. Like, it never becomes really grating at any time. Now, early on in the film, I liked how there was sort of a mixture between humor and tension. Like, there's this line that Alex has early on that smaller bugs are scarier than the bigger ones, and for a while that does sort of apply. Like, the spider isn't big throughout the whole movie. At the beginning, it's still pretty fucking big for a spider. It's about the size of a basketball, but, you know, because of this, it can hide in more places, and it's during some of the scenes where you don't see the spider that becomes a little scarier. And, I also like the fact that, you know, the story here was pretty straightforward. It's about a giant spider and the people who are going after it, and it never tries to go anywhere deeper than that. You know, there are these silly B movies that I've watched in the past where it's done stuff like that. There's no moment in here where Alex, you know, has this big monologue about his existential crisis in life. There's no point where it turns out that the love interest was evil the whole time. And yes, there is in fact a love interest here. About the deepest the movie ever goes is that Alex is trying to look for a girlfriend. He meets this pretty military lieutenant named Carly. And, you know, the romance that sort of blossoms between them isn't entirely convincing, but once again, the name of the movie is Big Ass Spider. If a romance where you can't feel the chemistry is your biggest complaint when it comes to this movie, then you need to reevaluate your judgment skills. And then going into the movie, you know, looking at the PG-13 rating, I expected the violent content to be really tame in this, but there were some surprisingly gruesome images in here. There's even a point where someone gets his face melted off by spider venom, and it does look pretty similar to the same type of thing happening in one of the Indiana Jones movies, which was rated PG, but, you know, ratings were kind of different back in the early 80s. When it comes to the special effects in the movie, they are pretty low grade. You can tell that you're looking at CGI, but the spider still looks pretty cool, you know, just from a design standpoint. And the film was made on a low budget, so I can definitely give it a pass for that. In the end, I thought that this was a pretty cool movie, and as long as you can get past your, you know, feelings of arachnophobia, it does come recommended. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about Big Ass Spider. I hope y'all have a good one.